Hello.
I dropped barbecue sauce all over my leg.
Very nice. You should rerun that. You should slow-mo that.
Edit that out.
No.
Well, that is the
Staying.
intro.
Yeah,
That's the
staying.
motherfucking
That's definitely staying.
Hey, CAD.
Oh my goodness. That was amazing.
Holy shit.
Listen to
All
that
right,
gulp.
that's a good way. We should start.
Hello, CADs.
Hey, cats.
CAD. Well, that's
hiccuping.
That's Duncan. That's Duncan D. Lamb, Giovanni V, and your boy, your CAD Koomba here, coming at you on a boring ass Tuesday. We have nothing to talk about. Nothing to open. Nothing to talk about. It's the middle of March. No one cares.
The market's hot right now.
The market is hot. No, people care. People care, but not about us. So what do we have to talk about? Well, it is an interesting time in the market though, and we were kind of thinking like, if we were like new collectors, what would we spend $1,000 on right now? Yeah. And I think obviously this is not financial advice, but
it is.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about what you probably should buy, but more importantly, what you shouldn't buy. I think that's and we'll get into that. But yeah, it's not going to be like a fixed list of stuff, but we're just going to have like a general discussion of kind of what we're feeling
like
is
stuff that we're thinking about.
Yeah, obviously we're not going to pump our own bags here or anything, but
yes,
maybe we will. Maybe we will. But all right, so why don't we get the ball rolling by talking about something I feel passionate about, and that's you stupid motherfuckers, stop buying Pikachu with gray felt hat. It's dumb, and you're spending way too much money on it.
Where is it now on price point?
It's getting a little ridiculous again.
I would love to know because
the total population of the card. Oh, whoops!
The
total population of the card is it's about 1,000 or sorry, 100,000. 100,000 pop. Mm-hmm. In a PSA 9, it's 48,000.
Huh.
That's just a PSA 9. So
I couldn't get my damn hands on it.
Well, and here's the issue though. It's not even that the pop's that crazy. I will give you one guess. Don't look. What do you think the price of a PSA 9 just sold for with that pop that I just told you? Don't look it up. Okay, that's a little high. That's a little high.
No, I think like
1,000,
maybe like 250 to 3.
No, 800.
That's more. That's what I thought you were gonna guess. In a 9, it's sold for $800 in a 9. That's crazy. That's stupid, and it's because you idiots keep doing it.
Yeah, he's pointing at you guys.
You guys are,
you know who you are.
You kids out there, not CADs. You kids.
Yeah, a CAD would never. CAD would never buy into that.
This is kid mentality.
This is total kid mentality.
Yeah.
Total kid death of the market.
Preposterous. Completely preposterous.
The AI is gonna pick that up and take that totally out of context.
So what's a 10?
10s are selling for thousands of dollars.
I would guess 3K. Are we there yet?
$2,700 is the last
so
sold.
High.
Huh.
And it's sold today.
For the Yoast Pikachu.
From Propstein. Yeah, for Yoast felt hat. Yoast felt hat. Yoast felt hat. Yoast
for Yoast Chew.
Yoast hand that like button and subscribers and stuff. Yeah, so that's like the number one thing I would just say is like don't get caught up in the gosh dang FOMO, you fucks. Like, take a step back. I know. We're all fans of Pokemon.
Step back. Step back.
I know, but if you weren't buying it,
Okay.
okay, all right. I mean, that pretty much summarizes. If you really want to ball in this hobby, you can't buy cards like with the hype.
I can't believe I had room to do that.
I can't believe the energy.
Yeah, you saw all that garbage everywhere. It's not changed in 2 years.
After you just housed that freaking wrap, I'm surprised.
Yeah, there's barbecue sauce on the floor now. I'm surprised it didn't slip.
Too much sauce.
Too much sauce.
So with that being said, yeah.
What are some ideas? What are we thinking?
What are some positives I could say?
Yeah.
I think we kind of just you got to kind of look for where everyone isn't looking. That's kind of like the name of the game.
Yeah.
And I think there's like a lot of value in older stuff still.
What are some what are some ideas that you think? If I entered the hobby and I said, hey Uncle Koomba, what do you think I should collect? I have $1,000.
I think if it's a little kid like that,
yeah.
I'd just be like, just get caught up in the hype. Seriously, it's just you're lost.
You're gonna buy 3 gray felt Pikachu.
Yeah. No, you're gonna buy like 3 booster packs from spending $1,000 nowadays.
Yeah. So I guess what would more specifically, like, are you a quantity guy or a quality guy? Like, are you thinking more volume?
I'm a value guy, Duncan. I'm value guy.
Do you want more shit, or do you want like one big?
No, we not big. Let's not. I'd say let's not do
big
one.
Shit.
and okay, and let's say this. Maybe you have like a few thousand. Let's not like bump it up too crazy.
I don't want to go. I definitely don't want to go too crazy. I think 1,000 was pretty high to begin with.
Because if we're thinking 1,000, like, you can't really.
Because we're looking for deep value here too. We don't want to also be like, hey, you can just buy this cool thing for 1,000. Like, I think we need to dig a little deeper.
We got to stitch it together a little bit. Like, put some cool stuff together. All right.
So
I'll give you one that I have.
You go. Okay.
I would look for 2 ETBs in particular that I like a lot right now.
Okay.
If we're talking recent gen, just because it's not completely out of print, but it's still at a decent price to where it started, I would buy prismatic ETBs.
Whoa,
I know that sounds
a little
crazy.
Bit of a hot take, yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's a little crazy, but it's it's still not out of hand. Like, it's still pretty close to when it originally released. And I think once it's out of print, people will glaze. They're gonna remember it for a good thing.
Good point.
Yeah, it's EV Evolutions, and I see a lot of conventions.
Got a Umbreon in there, so
yeah, it has the whole lineups in there. I see a lot of conventions now, and like people are buying stuff, and a lot of them, when they ask, "What are you looking for?" they're just asking about like prismatic SIRs. So that to me says that the market will respect it more later. It doesn't have to be a $300 ETB right now. Like, it'll get there. So yeah, I think I'd buy a couple of those. And depending on, and I also think Sword and Shield era is very slept on right now, just because there's so much hype around vintage, and I think Sword and Shield era is like completely out of the print cycle now. Like, we're very much on either Scarlet or Violet or Mega Evolution era.
That's true, and I think if we had this discussion like 2 years ago, I would have said, "Fuck that."
Right,
but.
Time has passed.
Now relativity has hit, and you're seeing all of this massive printing of these newer sets, and it's just so much more massive than even Sword and Shield was to Sun and Moon. And so now I'm more leaning towards, maybe a 10,000 pop and a Moonbreon actually isn't that crazy. Whereas if you asked me that 2 years ago, I'd be like, that's insanity. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
So maybe the market can easily sustain a 10,000 pop, but these super crazy pops are just unbelievably stupid to be buying. I will once again preach that.
Yeah. I agree with that. And I think a lot of like the fundamentals of like the older stuff is obviously hold and true, right? Like it's tried and true. Like it'll keep going because it's so low pop. Recent modern, I think is just too inflated, right? And I think like when the bubble kind of burst on modern, which I feel like it already has a little bit, only specific sets will like really hold their value. Like 151, for example, like that's been booming lately, right?
Like specialty sets.
Exactly.
Like Crown Zenith, they got 151. Yeah.
Well, where do you guys see like some of the sets coming down? Like, do you see anything in particular that you're saying is like definitely like falling? Or is it like just a general trend you're seeing and
general
some
trend
are staying elevated?
I think like vintage has gotten a lot of hype right now, and modern has kind of become a little bit forgotten.
Okay.
Just recently, I would say, and this always happens. Like I feel like it cycles between the two. Like vintage will pop, and then the other one will be like modern was extremely high demand, right?
And do you think there's any benefit to buying any modern booster boxes, or you really feel like ETBs have like the best like value right now?
If we're talking, that's why I was saying if we're talking $1,000,
yeah,
you're kind of limited if you want like a good variety. Like you almost need to get ETBs and maybe some slabs or bundles. Like you can stitch it together.
Because I'm also trying to visualize it. Like if I have $1,000, I want to be able to like start building a collection, but at the same time have some stuff to open. So I'd probably like try to allocate like, I don't know, 60-40, 70-30 with like that, like stuff to keep sealed and then like have fun.
Yeah. Like, I would like a 70-30. Like if I would say it's 70 being specific buys, less gamble, right?
Yeah.
30 for the shits and giggles, 30% like to have fun.
Yeah.
And
I'd like
the chance.
I'd like to chip some money to like promo boxes. Those are fun to open.
The promo boxes for sure.
Any in particular you would consider?
We had a lot of Sword and Shield ones. I mean, we had a lot of success as Koomba did, getting that Sylveon, getting his fave in that GameStop one.
That which shall not be named. Yeah. Yeah, Sword and Shield had a lot of fun promo boxes.
Well, they were like variety. There was a bunch of variety like promo boxes that gave you a bunch of different packs from different sets.
True.
It wasn't like garbage.
No, I feel
now. Like Scarlet Violet promo boxes, like they give you garbage. They give you hot garbage.
None of the promos look cool so far. Except I'll say maybe the Haunter, like that Haunter promo that we got.
True.
Oh yeah.
That was decent.
But there's no packs in that, right?
No. It was like a
battle deck
thing. Yeah, battle deck.
I would say like we need more stuff, and if I would even say like if the price is decent, I think it's like a little over $100 now. But that Arceus collection box that had that alt art
with the figure,
I would say
that was
actually,
cool.
That's actually
when they put the figures in, like those are nice. Like I would even if I had a backdrop behind me with like a shelf.
Some of them are definitely getting a little out of hand price wise, but like some of the slightly more recent stuff, like that
aesthetically they look cool. Like I'd put them on a shelf and like have it as like presentation in like a room or something.
Yeah.
And it's a good buy too. Like even if you wanted to open it, that alt art like blew up randomly.
Yeah,
like it was selling for like almost $1,000 in a 10. It got kind of crazy. It came back down again, but it just shows you like the box is worth it.
Johnny, I think there's a pretty clear answer you'd want to give though. You kind of you hinted at it before when we were talking about a content calendar.
I'm brain farting right now.
Okay. I'll kind of get the ball rolling here, but maybe you'd want to venture into some of the more Asian markets.
Oh yeah, like you can go into Japanese sets where you can go full on just throw 1K. Yeah, you can throw 1K into China. You can do some Chinese, like because you can get whatever. Because you know what, the prices are lower. And
just said throw all your money at China, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Just
I
throw 1K
definitely.
at China.
Yeah,
Don't-
I
Don't,
definitely
don't, yeah, don't,
I don't agree with
don't
this.
support all that.
Yeah.
Listen,
DJ and Duncan
do,
just
you
went.
do what you want to do, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw 1K at China.
What?
Okay,
All right.
okay.
All right, let's see who.
You
Let's
didn't
who's
even
one.
know what
Maybe
you.
maybe we should do this and just see whose 1K goes
No.
further.
But my brain is now firing through this, well, like because they're newer to the market. They're printing older sets. You can get card arts that you would want in English in Chinese, but like if you really just care about the card arts, you can just go to China and get them cheaper.
China.
So you need to fly. Part of your Chinese that's your.
This is the
Part of
greatest.
your $1,000 is you need to fly
This is the
out.
great. So the number one thing on the list: fly Spirit Airlines.
Go to the
That's
real
save money.
Chinatown.
There's the value.
What is the Spirit Airlines
Jeez.
version of China?
So, like, what is the
Chinatown?
so does China have like other countries like takeout spots, since like we have their takeout spot? Do they have a number one
Or
something
snowballing?
else?
You're snowballing now.
I think there's like a number one like American kitchen. Hello, please.
Number one Italian kitchen.
Wait.
This is a theory for
Oh!
another day. I do have
Hiccup.
hiccups.
Hiccups part 2. I knew I heard it before.
Mm.
All right, that was totally off the rails. I wasn't expecting that, but that was also the most Johnny thing you could have said.
We gotta
Yeah.
keep going.
All right, so you want
I will
maybe
say
allocate a
something-
little bit of money into Chinese products because
You know-
another big thing too is there's some exclusives.
I was just gonna say, if you're gonna
Yeah.
buy Chinese, I would say buy some slabs.
Don't fly to China. Don't.
Yeah, don't.
You don't have to fly to
eBay.
China to get Chinese product.
eBay is very useful.
The internet's a good place, or sometimes it's a tool.
Yeah.
But okay, well, enough of that. What
are
I
you
was,
thinking?
I will also go Asian, a little more Japanese. I think
I want to be ninja.
All right, let's stay on track.
the so what I'm a big fan of, and I do own a couple of these, but I am a big fan of PSA 9 Japanese Neos. That's my you get that the nice cool like iconic cards. They're historical. They're
Mhm.
way cheaper than the English counterparts.
and actually and still
That's
going
my
up.
spot. It's
I
and if you buy it now, you
Yeah.
might even actually profit if you actually bought today.
No, yeah, good call. I would say that's a good thought. A lot of the Japanese vintage is still very much
And again,
within budget.
I was 2-3 years ago I was like maybe the pops are a little high compared to England, but pops now even compared to what we're talking about with Sword and Shield, they're tiny. I would say that's like a huge area that's kind of ripe for the taking, as they say.
Mhm.
But
That's really good. I like that one.
yeah. So-
I would say like even now it's like the thought is like specific cards that especially if you know they're exclusive, right? 'Cause, like a lot of these different languages have their own versions. Between Chinese, I feel like Japanese has its own promos that you can scoop and still get a decent hit rate on it. Or as far as like a good hit, like that's gonna hold value.
Mhm.
I really like the Chinese Gengar that is him like throwing the plates. It's actually very within budget. If I was to say like a card that has the chance to really get back into higher numbers again, I'm pretty sure the PSA 10's like not even much. Like I want to say less than like a few hundred. That's a 10.
Trying to pull it up. Is that it?
There's one where he's like throwing it next to that doll. Like
Yeah. Not raw. They're going for about 200 a pop. I don't know about a 10.
No, I see I see 105.
Do you?
Yeah, on eBay.
Maybe I just see a little more expensive.
Yeah, I said like it's ranging like 100 to like, because even at the convention that we went to, they were like going between like 120 to 150.
Oh, yeah, I see a 10 PSA selling it and to buy it now
And how
for
much?
300.
Nice. That's solid.
So, yeah, that's totally solid. Pops, you know, if you asked me 2 years ago, it's high, but in a 10 right now, it's 6,000. But that's totally reasonable for this day and age.
Modern. Like if you're buying a modern PSA 10, that's for me. It has a lot more potential. You know, if we're gonna like take a little bit more of like a gamble on like different languages.
Yeah, not to glaze Japanese too much, but like I think too, I don't know how. This is a bit anecdotal right now, but the China is a big ass market, and I don't know how much they've kind of pierced that market yet because they've really only been there for a few years, I guess at this point.
Barely. Yeah.
So, you know, if they can really get a pretty big market share in China, like that's just as ravenous as the States and Japan is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that could send some of the prices of these cards flying because they're going to want to buy their own language. I would think.
Yeah. That's
so,
why I think those EV evolutions, the sleeping ones, those are great. Yeah. I actually scooped 2 of them for like $50 each, and they were like CGC 10s.
And as opposed to something like Korea or like any like Latin American country, those are much smaller populations. You know, granted, if it's a Latin American country and it's in Spanish, all told, it's bigger or it's pretty big, but
there's not as many collectors, I would say, in those markets.
Yeah. So again, I don't know how much the market is saturated in China right now but it only has been a few years, so I would like to think it can only grow from here. So yeah, I think China is a pretty good play if you're trying to find something that you could get a lot of value from. That's also in this day and age like relatively cheap as opposed to like buying the hottest thing right now in modern.
Yeah, versus buying like a freaking Giovanni's Mewtwo for $1,000 and your budget's gone. Right, like that makes a lot less sense to me.
And if you want to take the chance of trying to pull it, I mean, it's not going to run you as much as an English booster box, especially in the aftermarket. So you could do that too.
Sleeve packs, you're just buying the packs.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be like one of the big things I'd probably do sealed, as much as like people don't want to hear that because it's like, I want to buy English.
Yeah.
But it is what it is at this point.
I mean, we are talking $1,000 too at the end of the day. Like,
yeah,
it is very. It's a strict budget.
True, and so yeah, I would think if you're trying to have like maximum fun, yeah, I would say buy yourself a Team Rocket booster box, buy a couple Chinese boxes, and maybe buy like 1 or 2 like slabs, you know, to really to start the collection. But and who knows, if you have a little left over, buy an ETB. I doubt you would, but
it's very possible.
But if you're trying to be like have the value, really start a hardcore collection, I think, yeah, like some of like the slabs we pointed out, like especially the Japanese Neo stuff. I don't know. Actually, before we like kind of like round out the discussion, I think, is there any like mid-era English you think we'd buy? Like, is black and white still viable at this point, or is it like kind of getting out of control?
I mean, if you like,
modern's not like really boosting like that right now.
If you really like, because if you really like Gen 5 that much, you could go in and just grab whatever your favorite Pokemon are from there.
Yeah,
but for cheap, you could even do it for under like 100.
Especially raw, you can get a bunch. Like you could allocate $100, and we actually didn't really talk about that. I'm glad you brought that up. Like you could really spend $100 or less and just buy a bunch of your favorite illustration rares.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. You could stuff a binder and make your own little gallery.
Yeah,
even with the trainer gallery stuff and Sword and Shield, you could do it.
Yeah, and those are still like relatively cheap. So I think if like you could do like a kind of like what Kumba had mentioned and Duncan's mentioning is you could just do a little bit of a hybrid of everything. You know, I think like the Chinese and Japanese exclusives are low, so the floor is low, so the ceiling could go high, and you're taking a little bit more of like a prediction game, right? The sealed stuff is just like the safest, you know, because we just know these sets did really well and they're gonna always do well, and they're out of rotation, right? So I feel like that's just like a safe long term bet, less projection, more safe. And then like if you just want to genuinely enjoy this, you would buy stuff like singles raw, which are super cheap, or buy decently priced slabs to have something graded, right? And I feel like that pretty much would round out $1,000, you know.
And if you guys had to pick like a booster box, like an English modern booster box, would it be Team Rocket?
Destin Rivals, you mean?
Yeah, Destin Rivals. Yeah.
Brilliant Stars.
Whoa. Really? How much is a Brilliant Stars box?
Brilliant Stars is the GOAT.
You know, that
Brilliant
would
Stars
probably
is fun.
I would say if you're making me, if you're putting a gun to my head and saying you have to buy something, I would go Sword and Shield era.
I like it's not even just the cards in it, like I like the aesthetic of the box itself. Brilliant Stars, like the white is so clean. The Arceus.
Charizard on it?
No, it's just Arceus.
Arceus, but like the white and the gold, like it just looks good with the green.
What else has come out? Mega Base, Phantasmal Flames, Ascended Heroes, which is not a booster box, it's only ETBs.
You got like Journey Together. You got the Journey Together is like alright.
Perfect Order, no. Honestly, personally, I think I would lean either Mega Evolution or Phantasmal. Mega Evolution just because it is arguably one of the best base sets of a generation. Like if you really think about it, most of the base sets have sucked outside of like the original, right? So it could be one of the greatest base sets in modern era. So for that reason, I think it could hold really strong.
Like even Mega Evolution, the set itself, they're throwing into promo boxes right now, like a lot.
Yeah.
So they're really pushing for people to rip Mega Evolution.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're gonna rip, you might as well rip this era. You can't. It's like it's even getting harder to rip Sword and Scarlet Violet. Oh, actually, thought. What about the Charizard UPC? Would you buy that? And either rip it 130? Yeah, 130. Yeah, I think we could add that in here. Obviously, give people a choice, but if you're really thinking about ripping or even holding it, either one, I think that box. If you could get two, I would rip one and seal one. Like really that one, because you can get the promos. Like you never know what could happen with that. We've seen promo booms happen randomly whenever Modern's booming. So yeah, and that's a good one. If you had a little more, if you had like a random question, because I think we're pretty much rounding out the $1,000 and just like different ideas on that. If you had a couple thousand, and would you buy an Evolving Skies booster box?
The growth on that now, really.
It's kind of like steadied out at 2,500. It's steadied though.
You think there's a cap on it now? You think it's just gonna stay?
I don't think so, because here's the way I look at it. Sun and Moon tag team hit 10K, right? Which is crazy. Evolving could get there. It would just take it'll take a lot more time. Oh. See, this is the tricky part. We could do a whole video on that. We could compare like would you do this or that? I like this topic actually, because that's a tough one. But it's a good topic. Alakazam Secret Rare Fates Collide, or an Evolving Skies booster box. PSA 10 versus an Evolving Skies booster box. How would you spend $2,500?